Good day YouTube, SchizznitGaming here, playing Kerbal Space Program. Yes, wonderful game, that's all I can say. I mean, I've been playing it since point 18, and it's now point 23.5. Those of you who remember back when point 18 was out will remember a very different game. But enough nostalgia for today. I have the Clouds mod installed, I've got Fire and Aerospace, I've got, oh my, what else? I've got the Infernal Robotics plugin. I've got the RCS build aid, which doesn't add anything, but it adds, well, it allows you to know if your vehicle's balanced, actually. It's mostly what I use it for, especially for space planes. Now, I don't know if I uploaded this, I live streamed part of it, but I did some shenanigans involving the moon. I've got a mothership up there, and I've got a landing shuttle, which is capable of transporting Kerbals to and from this mothership. Now, I'm thinking we need a refueling mission. Now, I'm not talking any old refueling mission. I'm talking hardcore, unsure if you're gonna make it, sheer instinct survival, you know, really, you know, poop yourself along the way type mission. And I didn't want that battery to be in there. There we go. So without further ado, I'm gonna set up this control unit. There we go. So this control unit's got enough power and or control to control it, as its name implies. I like the protective rocket nose cone. That's usually a good one. As for propulsion, we're actually going to have two big orange tanks. That's right, two big orange tanks. Next, we're going to have, actually, 8 FLT-800 tanks. Each sporting their own aerospike. An aerospike? Oh, what do you mean an aerospike? Well, I mean an aerospike. Enough said. You know, I mean, goodness. How much more explanation do you really need? Aerospikes, efficient in the atmosphere, efficient in space. This means that if we done goof and, you know, run out of fuel too soon, we can, you know, use these and it won't matter. I will be pulling fuel from the main tanks, but, like I said, doesn't matter. Or just build a. Now, this is a beautiful thing. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I want to actually arrange these so that they're... There we go. That means that the center mass and dry center mass are all the same. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Yeah, scroll in slowly. If you are wondering, I'm using middle mouse click with the mouse movement back and forth to scroll, or zoom, sorry. Okay, so now we got this arrangement. It's gonna push along. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Alrighty. And I'm actually gonna pause the video. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and that just happened to be the place I went and applied for, and they want to set up an interview with me. Hooray, I might actually get off my lazy butt and get a job. Yeah, I'm excited. Anyways, enough of that. Back to Kerbling. I gotta remember, okay, I'm using shift and scroll to zoom this time, and regular scroll to go up and down. It's like playing an Etch-a-Sketch. It's kind of hard to know. Now, if I go to RCS mode, you can see there's a torque counter here. And that shows the torque relative to what my RCS is doing, the torque on the ship, in comparison to. As you see, as I move it up and down, you get less. Basically, you want it to zero out. That's the ultimate goal. If you can zero it out, you can translate in space with no issues whatsoever. Oh my. Yeah, close enough. I mean, 24 kilonewtons, you know, left, right, up, or down. I can live with this. Okay. Now, launch mass. Oh my, it's a 136-ton vehicle. Kind of throws. Oh, I'm getting 1.05 thrust weight ratio. Really? I mean, that's actually quite nice. Oh, I should probably move these over. I'm gonna pray that that doesn't interfere. Mass, yeah, RCS, 0.06 kilonewtons. There we go. Save. We're gonna launch this actually. We're gonna see what happens if we just launch it immediately. I'm curious. And in case you're curious, yes, I don't do this post-editing. I do this live. I haven't even tried this before. In fact, this is the biggest fuel core I've ever built for anything. Ah, look at that. Just over 10 meters a second squared of acceleration, huh? Heck, might as well put that on. Alright, we got a thrust vectoring. I'm curious now how far this will go. I'm curious if I'll even get off Kerbin. Or up past the cloud line. I probably will. Look at that, the efficiency is just so high. Curious now. I put it on 4 times. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. Would you look at that? Yeah, no damage, so it's not hitting our little RCS tanks. Oh, look at that. We're getting up past the cloud line, we still got most of our fuel, and our acceleration's going up and up and up. Fuel's about halfway gone now. Well, now I'm curious on the Delta V. Huh. Oh, would you freaking look at that. This thing could put itself into orbit. Ha! That's how amazing this is. Jesus. That's awesome. Less than 10 seconds really left on the fuel. Yeah, we're in space, by far. Gotta leave a little left for the landing. Oh my god, point 18. Oh, what the? Some of them burned out sooner. Interesting. We're gonna land in the ocean. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. No, it wants to go that way. Let's twirl. Yeah, we can glide. Lifting bodies. For the win! Alright, back to the vehicle assembly. Okay, so on that launch, good thing I did the launch too, because I just realized one little problem. And by little problem, I mean one massive problem. We can't dock to anything like this. Oops. So we're going to go to aerodynamics. We're actually going to add a fairing base. A fairing base? Why a fairing base, you might ask? Well, because I have no idea. Now, because of the need for an aerodynamic structure, I'm going to add a docking port under fairings, which will jettison away. Now I could have an egg-shaped fairing, which I kind of like, or I could have a cone-shaped fairing, which I like even more. Alright. So those will go. And, I'm going to go ahead and calibrate our decom. Oh, hello. Not sure how to feel about that one. Okay, we'll move this one then. Mass. Alrighty, okay, so that works just fine. That'll counter for that. Next stage, we need a good orbiting stage. I mean, this really can do all the rest. Oh man, this is kind of nerve-wracking, really. I mean, I don't know what all I need. Okay, next we're going to have the adapter, this sucker here. Gotta put on this tank with this engine, with, oh god, this one, and this tank with this engine times 5. We got 5 of these little suckers. Not even going to bother with, what do you call it? Okay, so I'm not gonna bother with nose cones really. Or sorry, did I say nose cones? No, I need nose cones. Not gonna bother with cross feeding, sorry. Goodness. Words. Okay. So we got the ultimate lifting stage, which has, that's 35 times, oh, what does that buy? 35 times 5. Sorry, 3,500 times 5. Let's open up the calculator. 3,500 times 5 is 17.5 thousand. So 17,500 kilonewtons. That's 17.5 meganewtons of thrust. That's impressive. Impressive indeed. We're gonna need struts for certain. Struts for days. Now the next problem that I did notice, not so much on the launch or the test launch, but just on re-entry, is the aerodynamics. I gotta remember play a critical role in this. I mean, just look how gorgeous that rocket is. But if you look, our center of mass, we're getting rid of FAR. Sorry, not FAR, RCS. Center of mass is there. Center of lift, up there. That's a problem, because with realistic aerodynamics, this wants to be behind this center of mass. So we're gonna need wings. Wings for days. We're winging it. That's for certain. You might say. Actually, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Okay, I see how this is life. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, aviary winglet here for control. Oh gods, this is just horrifyingly huge and scary. Oh my. But we should be okay. Heck, let's go ahead and add some extras just to be on the safe side. I mean, nothing like too many wings. Oh, I'm in the grid structure. Okay. That should be good. I don't know. Kind of nervous. Oh my. Altor refueler. Filter line of refueling vehicles. Designed to be used to refuel stations, space planes, cars, anything really. Probably shouldn't say that. There we go. That's better. Oh yes, Greenpeace is good. Don't worry, they're good. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about Greenpeace. I just hear them referenced a lot. Anyways, moving on. We're going to go ahead. Launch. Now, here's the thing. I don't even know if this will lift off or what it's gonna do. So, just pray to God with me that this works. That works extremely well, actually. I like that. Oh, I love this lifter. Gonna just easily put two orange tanks in orbit. I'm playing this at like 50 FPS, 60 now. You know how awesome this feels? You know, this is the first time I've played more than 30 FPS. In fact, I remember my old computer was so garbage. On the minimum graphics settings, I was impressed if I got anything more than 30 FPS. And the first laptop I had ever built, which I actually built out of an old broken one, you know, it's impressive in itself. I was impressed with anything greater than 15. Like, you can see how 60 FPS to someone like me would be just godly. It's kind of funny. The first time I played this game, it never occurred to me that wings don't work in space. So, you know, I'm up in space trying to control this thing. I'm like, or control an old rocket. And I'm like, why are you not working? Why you no work? And yeah, then it occurred to me, there's no air in space. Therefore, there's no wings in space. Or no use for wings in space. I should work on a reusable launch stage. Not sure if you guys ever watched Scott Manley's videos, but he had an old, quite a while ago actually, it was the reusable space program. And one of the updates ended up messing the whole thing up, so he had to cancel that, and I'm hoping he'll get back to it. Perhaps not, but it was awesome, right, at the time, and why am I pushing that way? Stop that. What the hell? Am I off balance in fuel? Don't tell me I'm off balance. I swear to God. If I'm off balance in fuel, I'm gonna be pissed. There we go. Cheapest crust. Hey, why is it pushing like that? Weird. Anyways, what was it saying? Oh, yeah, something about a reusable space program. Yeah, one of these saves got all mucked up and that was, problems. So, it was kind of cool, but I noticed he had a reusable lander, or reusable launch vehicle that used jet engines. It had more than enough delta V in itself to get something light up into orbit, and then it would actually turn around, deorbit itself, land with parachutes, and then, theoretically be recovered and usable for another mission. And, I thought this is kind of, a neat little idea, whatever, right? Kind of interesting, but I understood that in real life, rockets are typically, or launch stages typically just burn up on re-entry to the atmosphere, or they're rarely ever recovered and reused. If at all. I mean, I know the NASA's solid rocket boosters for their shuttle, they were reused a few times, but other than that, I've never heard of a reusable launch vehicle until recently. SpaceX, and I mean this is just in the matter of the past month, they've been developing a reusable launch vehicle, and this is just unbelievable. I mean, a reusable launch vehicle would decrease the cost to go to said, I don't know, whatever target by so much. I mean, most of the, I think it's like 80% of the cost to fly a rocket is actually just building the rocket itself. When you're gonna build a rocket, there are so many materials that go into the rocket itself. The fuel is only just a slim fraction of that cost. So, why not have a reusable launch stage, right? I mean, only makes sense. I forgot to put generators on here. Damn it. Okay, whatever. We'll just do this quick then. Quick, quiet, and efficient. So yeah, they've released video of their reusable launch stage or whatever, reusable vehicle. And what it does is, the first test was, I believe, 250 meters altitude. They launched it on its own power up, and then on its own power, they brought it back down to a separate landing pad. And this was just unbelievable, right? Until more recently, they released another video where they brought it up to 1 kilometer altitude and brought it back down on the landing pad under its own power. I mean, could you imagine? Rather than paying, a couple $1,000,000 to go up into space, you just have to go buy with like, $2,000-3,000 for fuel and just up into space, have this thing land and then pick you up 6 months in or whenever, they decide to pick you up or whatever. Like, space travel might not be so far off. I'm hoping it isn't, because that'd be kind of nifty to, go to space. While I concentrate heavily on this burn. Alright, good enough. Half a meter out? Yeah. Good. We're on a nasty inclination. Or at least to me anyways. I like mine perfectly equatorial, but hey. Not like it really matters. Okay. So, that's that. We're 18 minutes in. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Quick save. Now, we want this to be as quick and efficient as possible, so we're not going to wait any more than we have to. We have to burn towards the mun. Yeah. Okay. I guess ditch that fairing. Ditch that fairing. And there we are. Holding my breath. This works. Holding my breath that I time this correct. Holding my breath because I'm holding my breath. I'm still curious why I'm getting fuel imbalance. Like, it's pushing down, so that means there's more fuel on top or something? Less fuel on bottom, but now it's all the same. Did I miss anything? Ooh, that was a loud transition. See, that's better. Oh yeah, that recharged our fuel easily. Recharged our fuel. No, it didn't recharge our fuel, it recharged our power easily. Anyways, we're headed off towards the Mun. I believe that's my station there. Or my Kerbin station. I mean, that cloud mod, you can't tell me that's not beautiful. If you were to tell me that's not beautiful, I'd call you a liar. Say, like, you know, no, it is beautiful. Okay, ooh. Yeah, right. Quick save again, because I like this, how we're sitting. Okay. Next thing's next. Need to slow down enough. Or actually, I guess we could just circularize at the periaps, because then we're at a little bit higher inclination than our station there that we're trying to refuel. There we go. Make this as beautiful as possible. Yes! There it is, at 198 meters a second, an 18-second burn. It says 17, I'm calling it 18. We are heavily imbalanced on fuel. If I had mech jeb, I'd have a fuel balancer. You know what's the saddest thing in this game? A dead probe. You know what I really want to avoid? A dead probe. Power's looking good, time's looking good. There we go, we're getting close to our burn. 18, so 9 seconds out, we'll start the burn. Whew. Guess we got a minute to wait. There we go. Getting close, and compensate for throttle. Burn this down, we'll slow down nicely. I'm not too worried about the inclination at the moment. It's, you know, the inclination's the inclination, it'll happen if it happens. Know what I'm saying? Now, truth be told, I would actually be a lot happier, or it'd be a lot more efficient with a few nuclear engines, like maybe 2 nuclear engines. But the amount of time you got, like, okay, for, let's see, the acceleration, see, force equals mass times acceleration. So using that equation, we can figure it out that acceleration equals force divided by mass. Now, I need to go the other way. Okay, good enough. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Anyways, mass. Yeah, we can figure out the mass, we can figure out the acceleration, we can figure out the force, if we know 2 of the 3 variables. So if we want to know how quickly this would accelerate, we would take our force, in this case, 175 times 8, 175 kilonewtons times 8 engines, and divide that by some, you know, however our mass is right now, and we'll get a number, which is our acceleration in meters per second squared. If we wanted mass, you know, we take our acceleration and divide our force by our acceleration, I believe. Yeah, and then force is mass times acceleration. Yeah, but enough boring maths. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Warped right past it. Oh my, I don't like this. This means I gotta warp around, and this means less power in our battery banks. There we go, that's what I wanted. Now, you're behind me, and I actually want that. Oh, stop zipping. Stop zipping. Zippity zip zap boop. There we go, we want you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go 5 times just to smooth things a little. Right there, I believe, is what we want. There we go. That's what we want. Only a 14.9 meters a second. Really? Oh. Okay. Whew. Actually, doing pretty good for charge, if you ask me. It's about a 1 second burn, so I'm just gonna trust that. Make that burn. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know, I don't think there'll ever be a day where I play KSP without holding my breath, going, holy crap, how did I do it? How did I do that so flawlessly? Oh, I jinxed it, didn't I? Yep, I did. Alright. Quick saving here. The next bit is going to be basically just our skills. So you're there, so I actually want to travel more towards you. Now I'm going to want to kill my velocity. No. Oh, Jesus, 70 meters. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. There we go. 0 movement relative to our target. Set as target. Control from here. Ha ha ha, we got our docking alignment indicator. Now, we pray to God that our, okay, now we just pray to God that we are, what the hell? Oh. Oh, SS is off, that would explain it. I'm like, why is this still drifting? Stop drifting! Jerk! You jerk. Stop drifting, you jerk. I should really learn to shut the hell up. Okay. Now, I'm not too worried about rotation at the moment. What I'm worried about is, just as what's happening, imbalance. But we're getting a good acceleration out of that, actually. I'm proud of that. The imbalance will really just be a concern once we really get more towards our target. Ooh, 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 no. No. Who said you were allowed to move? Oh, that's right, I want you to move. You only move when I tell you to. Okay. This means that we're relatively facing that, port. Oh. Okay. Oh, we want to be going about half a meter a second or so. We'll just dock right up to the sucker. Boom, just like that. As we wobble uncomfortably. Did not like that, but we're going to quick save. Ah, yes. Okay. In and in. And in. And in. Gonna go ahead and fill up our 64 fuel tank here. And this will just shuttle, this will just, fuel up the ferries or whatever I bring up here. I perhaps could leave this core on, but I don't really feel like it. It just feels like it's going to drain power unnecessarily. These are actually all full. Okay. Oh, however, this is the only thing with RCS fuels. But I want to crash into the moon. Or even, ooh, wait, I wonder, could I land this? I mean, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but let's land on the moon. If we want RCS fuel, we'll set up an actual designated booster tank or whatever we'll call it, because that's just how it works. Okay. All right. Alright. Alright. Okay. I got this. I got this, guys. I got this. I so got this. I've got this like you don't even know, bro. Okay. 30 minutes in. Christ alive. Okay. Okay. You know, I like the craters, they're really pretty, but I do kind of miss the traditional flat moon terrain. I mean, you know, and I'm pretty sure I can't be the only one who misses it. I mean, there's gotta be someone else out there who's like, damn, I really wish I still had that flat moon. I think it'd be really cool if someone actually had a mod for that. There we go. Decelerating quite nice. In fact, I could almost shuttle fuel to the surface of the moon from my base. Kerbal attachment system. Yes, Kerbal attachment and Cathane. They're so becoming a thing. I'll also work on getting MechJeb in so I can pinpoint land. I know, it's kind of cheap and cheaty, but at the same time, I like my pinpoint landings, thank you. I don't want to spend 3 hours traversing over to a base, which is, 12 kilometers away from where I landed. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I could do shuttle fuel to the moon using this thing. My impatience is going to kill me, isn't it? No, but this hill probably will. It's funny. I used to think that doing this, just slowly decelerating, was inefficient. But it actually turns out it's fine and dandy because you're really just spending the same amount of energy you would as if you just killed all your gravitational acceleration at once. So I don't actually feel so bad about, maintaining my velocity downwards. Except that's inefficient. Check it out, I'm actually just like hovering. Nope, 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 no, I'm a missile. Wait, what's that over there? What is that? Okay, maybe I am a missile. Let's go check it out. It's not like one of my vehicles, is it? No. What could it be? Oh my god. Da fizzle? What is that? Is that just like a piece of debris or something? Oh my god, I really wish I had a Kerbinaut now. Oh, it's the Armstrong Memorial! For Neil Armstrong, I believe his name is. Oh my god, I've been looking for that thing. And I called it a piece of debris. Oh, look what kind of ass I am. That's amazing. It's an Armstrong Memorial on the moon. Just conveniently in this crater. Like, god, that is amazing. Yeah, Neil Armstrong, I believe. Why, wasn't he like the first man on the moon? Just as Christopher Columbus was the first man in India, as he thought he was. Man was a terrible sailor. Couldn't navigate his way to his own bathroom. It's funny, First Nations Canadians got the term, or got the name Indians from Christopher Columbus. So when he first came here, he swore that he was in India. And, you know, we're like, no, this is Canada. And he's like, no, I'm in India. You're Indians. And that's where the name comes from. God, that's pretty. Now I gotta figure out which way rolls which. Okay, I gotta roll just over there and I gotta crash into it. There we go. It's like, no, little too high, little too high, little too high. Little too high. Good enough, I need to destroy the thing anyways, but... I wish I could read the memorial. Drat. What's it say? Neil Armstrong. 1930 to 2012. That means he was 82 years old. Oh, it's actually not a bad age. Well, anyways, 36 minutes in. Jesus, like a full-length feature film episode. Thank you for watching. SchizznitGaming. Stay tuned.